Hey guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We are progressing nicely with our new city over here. I think Ultimograd. I'm liking that name. It's starting to grow on me. Anyway, you can see a massive fleet of construction vehicles arriving over here. I've set up the construction offices a little bit more, so some more vehicles are arriving as we speak. I've also built a technical services depot over here so that we can actually start plowing these roads a little bit. And the other thing that we probably need out over here might be a bit of a distribution office. A distribution office, I think, is what we also would need out here. So if we go and just build maybe the standard medium distribution, actually the modded distribution offices are much cooler. So if we go to the distribution office modded one, I do like this one, the large distribution office. It actually looks fairly similar to what we've got going on over here anyway. So if we do decide to build it right over there, I'm liking the idea. We should be able to get our guys to do that, and there we go. So let's get cracking on that construction as well. I'm going to go ahead and pay for this. I don't want any of that to be happening. We don't need the distribution office ASAP, so we'll kind of leave it as is for the time being. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some plows over here. I also didn't need to build these windmills because we've got power right over here. We just need to start setting that up. And I think that's probably one of the things that we're going to do straight away is let's find ourselves one of those modded guys. Modded power transformers. I'm after the biggest ones, right? The 18 megawatts through. And now the question is, with regards to this, do we place it a little bit set back over here so that we can actually run the high voltage cable up around here? I do think that's probably about the appropriate approach for us, unless we squeeze it in on this side. That'll also work, and then we can connect a few more. But actually those road sections there might not be ideal. We also need fire stations and things like that. I'd rather do more substations than less. So that's going to be the thing. So let's do that. Our guys can level the terrain quite easily. So we'll get our first substation in there. Alternatively, we could have done something like this. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Let's get rid of that. We haven't built it or anything, so I want to do something like this instead. I think that'll be a little better. If we do that, if we do this, it's kind of in line with where it's going to come in. But no. I think I'd like to keep it nice and clean. So let's just set it back a little bit so we can actually turn the high voltage wires. Yeah, so let's do that. Instead, we'll have to connect these up again. And I'm kind of wondering whether we have a separate connection that comes in through here and also provides connectivity on this side. I'm kind of wondering if that's what we do. If we run it out through here. Well, let's as a starting point do something like this. I think that's going to be appropriate. Then we'll tie that in fairly straight. Doesn't have to be super straight. We'll tie this one in here. I'm going to probably build a lot of these roads, just because the roads is a little bit of a challenge if you don't have them built. So let's build the roads. The roads are okay. Let's build the roads. Everything seems to slow down tremendously if you don't have the roads built. So let's just get the 18 megawatts to come through here. What is the best? We've got about 12 on the underground. So up to about here we've got it. So we'll run that in there, and then we'll tie this one in. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. I think that's okay. And then what we can do is we can actually run another one out that way should we want to a little bit later. I'm going to go ahead and pay for that little section there. And now we can start planning out where we're going to place our various distribution, power substations, not distribution, power substations. So if we provide our power substation, so we've got construction offices here. I've kind of named them UltimaCon 1, 2, and 3 for now. We've got a fair bit of stuff, and there you can see these guys are on their way out to go and pick up some stuff to support the construction of numerous things happening over here. I was kind of wondering a little bit about bus stops and things like that, but certainly we can start bringing in power to a number of locations. So if I'm going to go with, do I go with the modded one that's only the path? I think so. I think the path is probably fine. Modded power substations. So similarly to what I've done with the other guys, I'm just going to do a few small locations, and I'm going to try and stick to the edges here. So if we do one there, we don't want it up at the top there, so I'd rather we place it maybe something like this, so we co-locate that one over there, and maybe that's going to be it for now. We just need to bear in mind that we're going to need to run power fairly often. So this is 1.45 megawatts, so we might need to do more of them. They're actually smaller than that one, but that's okay. So what I'll do is I'll run the first one, and we'll have to go underground so we can keep an eye on it. Kind of tempted to keep going, to keep doing them pretty nicely, actually. Something like that, and we'll tie. Come on, how come? Here we go. So that's the first one. The second one is down here. There's a heating problem somewhere. There we go. I think that'll work. Oh, I love it. Look at this. And now instead of running... Oh, I'm loving that. That's going to be... Why are you... Huh? Why did you have infrastructure on... You can run under there. Maybe if we run it up to there and we start... Ah, yeah, that's the one. So now we run it over here, alongside the road. This doesn't have to be super tidy. And then we come in and tie them in over there. There we go. So that's basically what's happening with those. And we'll just start off with those. I do like that. That's so much neater. Let's just assign that for construction and see how that goes. So let's pop out of here. There we go. So that will get constructed as time goes by. That's awesome. Now let's start planning out our very first. And I'm kind of doing I'm thinking about our big park, and I've seen in the latest update that there's fountains, but the fountains are probably not great with regards to the. With regards to winter, they've said. So we've got big fountains and things like that. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Smaller fountains. Look at that. Absolutely, we're going to do fountains over here. That's going to be awesome. This is all going to be park. And the park will then culminate in the communist headquarters over here. I don't want the I want the communist headquarters to be. What is the front? Well, is this the front? Which side would be the front? I'm thinking. Oh, that's the front. Obviously, that's the front. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. So if we get that nice and center over here somewhere. I think that'll be awesome. And what we'll do is we'll get it nice, yeah, just like that. So let's do that. We'll get our communist headquarters in place over here, and this will be like a super nice park around the communist headquarters here. So we'll place that one there. It'll be heated nicely. We can, of course, what we can do is we can run 2 paths parallel up to about there. Can we do, oh man, that's what I want. There we go. How's that for our for a starting point? I'll go ahead and pay for those. That's okay. Then we still need to provide a road connectivity and all these kind of things. So let's, this one will is fine. You'll just get direct connectivity. You know what? We could put a bus stop in here also. Can run buses straight to this, but we could run a bus stop in here. What do we have in terms of bus stops? Let's quickly see. Platform stations. We've got the pass through. So we've got this kind of thing, right? Which I'm not... Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about a bus stop in this location. It won't be great. It won't be great. Even if we do something like this, right? And we do it set to the side over there. Maybe that's actually what we need to be doing. We'll set it a little bit to the side over here. Yeah, I don't mind that. So we'll make room for a bus stop in this location. We'll go ahead and tie this guy in. And unfortunately, what's going to happen is that construction is going to be a little bit problematic over there. So we'll tie those in. I'm going to go ahead and commission those. To be honest, what you need to do is pay for these little chunks. I don't mind working on the big one, but the little chunks like that is going to be a bit of a problem. Okay, so that's it. This will be like a bit of a park arrangement over here. So now I'm thinking we can probably start running an additional road down this side here. And we'll start it off pretty straight like this. Then we'll bring it in. We'll tie it in right over there. And we'll pull it across this way and it'll tie in over there. And I think, yeah, that's going to be fine. We might end it off right over there. We might not take it all the way through, but I do like that. That's creating these big super blocks. It might still be appropriate for us to actually run it in all the way over here. It might actually be appropriate to run it even further. So we'll tie that in there and we'll run it up here. There we go. Look at that. That's not a bad little road connection through there. We can still continue it this way at some point. Let's go ahead and commission all of that. I'm quite comfortable with that. So that's the Communist Party headquarters. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do so that we don't run out of room for it, I'm going to start playing. This area in front is going to be the park. We can provide some additional facilities at the back over here. So I was thinking maybe under this we go to residential and we grab ourselves the various, what is it called? If I can get residential, it's the University Halls of Residence. I would like it to be pretty neat in this little location here. Neat and square with our facility here, but without it looking completely weird. So if we do something like this, I should be able to get a number of these in here. Yeah, that's actually good. This will be our and I think this is going to be, I will be able to squeeze enough in here. We'll have to, I'm thinking we'll probably need a road in here to come onto this side as well. I think that's going to be okay. I think these are going to be okay. We can always expand it a little bit out to the back side of it there. We can always do something on this side. But this is actually going to look pretty cool. Just want to make sure we have room for the various paths that we would like to run through here. So something like that. I think that's going to look quite interesting. Now, in terms of providing accessibility to this, right? We can of course do it to the other side, but that's going to impede the park a little bit more. So if we do that and we tie this one in here, I think that's going to be fine. What we'll then just do is we'll just trim that back a little bit. So that's going to kind of be the access point. I know it's not great. At the same time, what we can do is we can of course tie this one in here. So now we have the ability of running little footpaths everywhere. So I'm going to do this. We'll run that pretty tight over here. We'll tie that one in there and we'll tie this one in. There we go. We'll do that. We'll tie this one in. Now the question is, if we, I'm not sure this will, we'll have to see, will this work? Yeah, this is a little close. We might get this one to tie in. Yeah. I think there's a spot for this one. Really? We're not going to get it to work? This is the problem. We can't get it really close. So these don't actually work. We'll have to redo this little section here. Let's trim that back, and what we'll do is we'll make it of a little bit more interesting variety. So we can run this one through here, and then what we'll do is we'll run a little something through that side. So we'll do some stuff like this. Okay, we'll also want to run a little something on this side. Oh crap, I don't think we can get it up tight here. The building is actually in the way here. I didn't realize that that's a thing here. We won't be able to squeeze by here. Okay, let's quickly see. If we can't squeeze by this side, right? We can. So we'll tie that one in there. That's okay. Happy to tie these together over here. That one doesn't actually want to... Okay, hang on. What we'll do is we'll trim this back a little over here and we'll go ahead and make it turn out that way. Oh, yeah, that's going to be cool. So we'll run that through there. And I'm hoping, yeah, that's going to tie in quite nicely. Okay, excellent. So all of these are tied in. So that's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and we can just go ahead and commission that. So there we go. So now our university halls of residence have been planned in over there. This is probably going to be, well, we can do a fair bit of initial stuff over here. So let's get our first like shopping center down in this location. So if we go modded shopping centers, shops, do we have something super sizable? These are tiny, 10 tons, but maybe that's just about right. So if that does, but it only gives us the one access point. Does this one give us two? Yeah, that's the one. So I'm thinking our first shopping center should be somewhere over here. And what we'll do is we'll actually place it up close to the road over here. A little something like this maybe. Okay, so we'll do a little something like that. That's got enough room there to provide us with the kind of storage facilities that we need at the back there. So now it would want a cold storage, just a small one. I probably want it set a little bit out of the way. Yeah, the intent is that we do a little something like that as the cold storage. We're also going to do the small... Where's the other small storage? Oh, it's this one, small warehouse. If we do this small warehouse, actually, this is going to have a little bit better connectivity through there. We'll do that. I'm going to get rid of that one, and we'll find ourselves a road cargo station for that other side there. I don't think we always need the road cargo stations, but it's just gonna barely squeeze in here. Whoa. I would very much like to have it all in line there. Let's try that again. Let's get rid of this. Well, actually, maybe we should do the road cargo station first. See about getting that one all tied in nice and close. Yeah, we can do that. I'm going to go ahead and close that out, because this is not really useful to us. Now, if we go back to the modded ones, and I'm worried that the distribution offices will do funny things because of that. And if we then put the other storage back in here again, we need to bear in mind that we need to tie these in. And I think we're okay with it, actually. Actually, that will work. So I think that's going to be fine. So we'll squeeze that one in there. Now we just need to make sure that we've got our road connection going on through there. My goodness, it's the end of winter. That was a pretty quick one, I might say so. Okay, so with that all in mind, that's good. That's good. Now we can see. Now I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to run this guy in here, and we're probably just going to close it down at the end of this thing. So let's just do this, and then we're going to run that something this way. Okay, and what we'll also do is we will run a little bit of this. We don't have any free excavators, really. I need to bring in more excavators, to be honest. Come on, I can't not have free excavators. The intent is then that this guy runs maybe a little bit more parallel with that road there. So we do something like this. Now the question is, do we then go ahead and tie that in? I'm almost tempted to do that. To do a little bit of a tie-in right over there. So we'll do something like this, and we'll do something like that. And there we go. And then we can still do a few other things. Oh, there we go. Underground power lines doing their thing over there. Please, no free excavators over here, not at this point in time. So what we'd like to do is we'd also like to go ahead and tie in this guy over there. This guy can tie in on in this location here. Actually, probably this one doesn't need a big tie-in. This one needs a pretty good tie-in. We'll do that and that. This one we may do a little something like this. Nah, you know what? Let's just tie it in properly. The one thing that I was thinking about is, you know, some of these things are... Oh, one thing that I did do is I did try and tidy these up a little bit just to get them a little straighter on these sections, but I'm not sure I was very successful at doing that. But anyway, these are substantial pieces of infrastructure. We'll never be using them to their full extent. And so I do think... well, we don't actually need this, but I think this earmarks, or this is something quite common in old Soviet cities, I would think, is that the massive infrastructure that was constructed not necessarily needed, but it was kind of a show of force, something good for the people, that kind of thing. I'm just thinking things something like Moscow Metro. If you look at the Moscow Metro, let's quickly have a look at this to see where this is and what's going on in this specific location. People are really unhappy. Let's quickly see. What do you have? You don't have food. That's the issue. Food is always the problem. So this location should be able to get food. Where? Here. You're out of food. Why? Okay. I have actually set up another train to run food in here. Where is that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's quickly have a look. Something's funny over here. Something is really funny. Are we out of food in this location, or do we have... This is the problem. Here is the problem. The trains are stuck. Honestly, I don't know what the hell is going on over here. Look at this. So why are you saying you can't go where you want to go? This? Oh, that's a little weird, actually, to be honest. Let's pull you out. And what we'll do is we'll pull you out as well. So we'll just have this big switch over here. Hopefully that means you can now find your way to where you want to go. Was it blocking itself? Yeah, that's a weird location there. Okay, I think this will solve the food issue, by the way. That's a disaster. Oh, I did swap out these guys. It seems though modded ones didn't want to work properly. I don't know. Don't know if there was an issue with that or not. But now this is actually working. I don't know how long that has been the case. But this means food and all kinds of other bits and pieces have not been moving. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. One little thing and your entire network comes crashing down. Our network is fairly resilient, so the things don't block each other in multiple locations generally. So look at this. This is pretty smooth actually right here. That guy's coming through there because that's the main line. That guy's getting a shot. That guy's waiting. This is awesome. This guy's it's gonna be pretty smooth through here. Look at this. This would have been a massive, massive problem to tie in or to fix if we didn't have these proper interchanges over here. So I am happy that they are doing a pretty decent job. Is that food heading out? That's food heading out. Excellent. Hopefully we will resolve some of those issues now. Why did you actually go up to there? That's a little interesting. Okay, all of that is now working a little bit better. These guys are on their way back. They did hardly anything out here. This construction is slow to tedious. No workers, no asphalt. Do you have an asphalt? Buildings with a asphalt can't produce. We've got asphalt being produced over here, but where the bus may not be bringing in workers enough or stuff like this. This area is really not planned to be working very efficiently, to be honest. Okay, now everything is moving again. I'm hoping that means we've got food arriving out here. Yes, food has arrived. And hopefully that means the citizen happiness would sort itself out a little bit. That is one little thing, one problem junction, and your entire thing starts to collapse. I want to keep an eye on that. We're not going to run into more problems again. To be honest, we probably didn't even need this one on here. Do you actually have workers in this time around? Yeah, you do. So hopefully things will... actually, things are moving and working. And food is being produced and probably loaded up on some of these guys. I like this little setup. This setup here is actually quite good. Just components. I learn so much as I go along. Construction is underway. Look at this. I love it. Do we have an excavator available over here? Yeah, we should. So let's try and quickly finish off that little section. Come on. Train is waiting too long. I'm going to have a look at that right now. So there we go. And let's go ahead and commission those sections. Where are we seeing this train? Just want to make sure this one is okay. This one I don't mind. As long as they're not messing up things, I don't mind that one at all. That's not a big problem, that. I like the farms over here. We'll probably do more farms down here. This is the start of stuff. Actually, we need to start tying in a few of these things. Yeah, that should be fine. There's a lot going on. Look at this. So that's the first piece. This is going to be our first shopping area. Right over here. So we could probably do a few residential things right here. No, we probably can't. Let's just see. So this will provide some stuff over there, and it will provide to anybody over here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that standard rule of thumb with regards to the no, not this food production. Food is over here, the large field. So okay, so we can't get any closer to that. So we can do a few rounds of residential right over here. To be honest, that means we could probably build a little bridge across here so people can work directly at the heating facility. That would be awesome. That would really be awesome to do. Okay, let's do that. Let's throw a few residential components in on this side. It's gonna be a bit of a mix and match, but we want to do lots of big residential components in here. So I like these guys, but maybe that's not what we're going to necessarily do, is start with these 11 stories. 9 stories is probably a good one. Yeah, the 9 stories over here, how much does that actually take? That's 120 workers only. I'm not going to do the super big ones, the 16s. The 11s have got 220. Maybe the 11 stories are the right ones for us. What we need to bear in mind is that there's no other facilities built here, but we can go in and build facilities on the other side. So if I go and start our very first sections in here, I do like these buildings where you don't need a road connection. They work quite nicely. So then I'm going to do a few more. Wow, we could even do one in there. That's not bad, and we can even do some in here as well, but we'll come back and do some of those later. We need to make sure that we've got the facilities that we need now as well. So if we go modded school, let's start with a school. The school I'm going to start doing over here. We'll try and do a pretty big one. So this is going to be the first school, and we'll have to do multiple schools, to be honest. It's going to be, let's just do a medium school, 470 students. This one does 5. I think the medium school is going to be just fine. What is this one? 240, and that's quite a smaller school. I'd rather do more of them, to be honest, and then we might do a school. Actually, let's tie in the school right over here. I think that's appropriate. We'll get the school going over there. We'll also need some kindergartens. We can do multiple kindergartens, I think. Let's do small kindergartens. Maybe the medium one. One there, and yeah, we should be able to do a little bit of this. I love the fact that our power is now underground. So one kindergarten there, one kindergarten there. What we don't have is the cinema stuff, so let's get a bit of a cinema. We'll just do one over here. The cinema. Oh, that's a library. That's the Republic Theatre, which is actually not too off topic for this area. I'm tempted to place the Republic Theatre right over here. I'm really tempted to do that, because this should provide access to all of these people over here, and it's really good. As long as I want to line it up with that guy, in terms of getting it square with the big building, that will be pretty cool. We don't have any power out over here, but that's fine. So we'll do that. I like that. What we don't have over here is a hospital. We'll need a hospital at some point, but that's okay. We might be able to do like a small theater at the back over here in this location. Before we do that, I wanted to pay for this guy and make sure that we tie it in actually. Just wanted to do that. Okay, so that's tied in over there. I need to bring more vehicles in here so that we can get things moving a little quicker. Workers is obviously a problem over here, but these big vehicles is not bad. We don't have rollers and pavers and things out over here. We probably need to move some of them in ASAP. I might do that in between episodes. I don't know. We'll have to see. So I was thinking maybe another small little theater over here. Something like this, like a small theater. Really? Honestly, you're not gonna... That's not good. This one? Yeah, then we're not going to squeeze it in there. Cinema Sojus. Do we have a different cinema? We've got this cinema over here, which is a big one. Quite comfortable to... Maybe what we'll do is we'll place it somewhere over here, and then we can do some sporting facilities over here. Yeah, actually, that's not bad. So let's place that one. And now we need the sports playgrounds. I'm thinking a little bit of a combination. We want to do like the school gym maybe, and we'll do it quite nicely set next to the school. So we'll do the school gym over there. We might do a nice big... Yeah, I think that's about appropriate. We'll just do that set back at the back of the school there. Actually, we might do multiple. So we'll do that one. And we'll also do... Is it this guy? So if we do that, that's kind of all the school complex over there. I do like that a little bit. Now, what I wanted to make sure we do is put the bridge in here. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to go with the fancy overpass, and what we'll do is we'll. Well, not the fancy one, the concrete one at least. I'm going to try and do. I want to make it as easy as possible to get across here. So maybe it's right over here instead. We do that, and we do this. Can we not? Oh, it doesn't actually. Okay, well, we'll have to have a look and see if we can get it to work. So I want to do that. I'm hoping that gets us. Room for stuff. So if we do that, can we now get this connected? We should be able to. Oh, we can. We can get that in place, and what we'll do is we'll just make sure to tie in this guy over there. Get a few of these to tie in through this way. I might get another building in here. I think that's going to be okay if we squeeze one more building on this side. Let's quickly get that going. Modded residential. We're going to go back with the 11-story ones. We could actually do 2, and I think the 2 isn't too bad. Let's just see. Oh, that's going to get heating directly from this. What's the distance? We don't want that to be too close, though. I think it'll be okay. Can we get you? We can. Can we turn it this way? Yeah, I think it's going to be a little awkward if we turn it that way, to be honest. we do it like this, yeah, that's going to be better. Okay, so we'll do that. There we go. Nice. Let's quickly finish off this. We're going to have parks and things over here. So can we go ahead and run something straight through there? This one should. Yeah, that one should. That's good. What we'll do is we'll bring a connection through here. Yeah, that's fine. So those two in, that's going to be awesome. And we'll go ahead and commission all of this. I like that. That's cool. I like that. That's okay. All of that's okay. We can tie into the front at the later stage. I'm going to pay for all of that, to be honest, because that's a messy business if we do that. So that'll hopefully provide some possibility of workers to come directly to the heating facility over here without it being too super close. Is the intent, really. Loving how much is underway. Obviously, very slow progress is being made here. Are these actually under construction? They're not. I'll have to assign the guys here to come and get that done. The rest has all been built. This is all done, really. They can come and construct over here. But that's okay. Our planning, I'm loving how our planning is going. I'm kind of wondering about an airport over here. With this rail ending up at the airport over here. I'm also wondering about where our resources will be dropped off. So I'm thinking a drop off of resources up here, and maybe yet another one down here somewhere. So we're dropping resources on both sides of the city. I do think that's pretty cool if we can do that. Lots happening. I need to move a few more vehicles out over here. Okay, so that's it. Let's just see. The next piece, I also need a hospital. So I've got a few more modded hospitals. I'm thinking that spot right there might be a good spot for a hospital, actually. Let's go and grab hospital. Hospital. So I've got... Let's do this one. Yeah, I like this idea. We'll get it pretty close to there. Alternatively, we can move it a little bit, but it's going to be a tad in the way if we do that. I don't want to connect it onto the road over here. That road needs to kind of stay a little bit open, but that angle there is really quite good if we can do the hospital like so. We can certainly pull back on some of these issues, right? I can do that. That's like a sports field, so if it's the end of the world, we can certainly do a little something with that as well. And to be honest, maybe that is in fact the... I don't like that. What I want to do is I want this. I can push back on this. Let's get rid of this one. I'll do a new one. Not to worry. That one will stay. What we'll do is we'll trim this back and we'll trim that back. I'll do a new one over here. Don't worry about it. I just want to make sure that this is actually going to look the way I want it to look. So something like that is really what I'm after. Okay, something like that, that's good. And the intent is, that we squeeze that guy by there. There we go, that's the one. Commission that section. Now let's just get the sports field things back. that we've demolished to make room for this. Sports fields. It was this guy. Yeah, so it can certainly still fulfill its function right over here. Absolutely, that still works. So now let's just go ahead and we'll have to tie that in at some point, so that we can tie all of these in. Let's just tie it in and get it done with. Otherwise, we're gonna end up with stuff that's not been tied in. So we'll tie that one in. We'll tie this one in. This doesn't actually tie in over here. We can tie that one in over there. We can do this. What I thought we'd do is we can do that. There we go. So all of that's tying in quite nicely. I'll go ahead and build those. That's fine. That's tying in. What we probably need to do is tie in at a few more other locations as well. Something like that. Pay for that. I'll go ahead and pay for all of this as well. The roads, the roads becomes challenging to say the least. Get all of these roads to actually work, it's challenging. So that's pretty good. So that's our very first little chunk over here. What it doesn't have is it doesn't have a bit of a bus station. It doesn't have a nice monument of Lenin. So let's go here, grab a nice little Lenin monument, just a small one, I'm thinking, in front of the hospital, like so. A little offset like that, actually. It's going to be pretty good. So we'll get a little Lenin statue over there, just to make sure that we've got all of this. So this area should now be fully serviced with all of everything that it needs. It'll only have this is about 1,000 people over here, so that should be pretty good. There's that facility there. We can continue to. I'm loving the idea of doing government buildings all scattered through here, big, large, ostentatious government buildings. That's part of the idea of building a super city like this. This is our first neighborhood. Why are you? Oh, I see. See, this is the problem. Let's just get a little bit more of this infrastructure built. Now, for some reason, you have no idea how you got to where you came. So if I want to do the main pieces. Oh, that wasn't. See, this is the big thing with stuff underground. You've got this as a bit of a problem. So there we go. We'll do the little sections of road infrastructure, and hopefully that means everything will work a little bit better. Now, actually, this section can start getting constructed. The one thing that I was kind of wondering about is maybe another bus station. Ooh, a bus station over here could serve multiple purposes. It could actually connect to the rail station. We could do bus stations in these corners, actually. Let's have a bit of a look. It's just the smaller bus stations, so let's do platform stations. If we do like a small one, no, not quite. We've got an extra small one, but that's an in and out type station, and we won't be doing that in this specific location. Anything else that makes a little bit of sense for us? This is a small, again, drive-through style station, which is not quite what I'm after. These mediums are pretty good. I don't mind them. Yeah, I need to clean up some of these mods actually. Can we can in fact squeeze a bit of a bus station in here, and I must say I'm not opposed to that if we can bring it pretty close. Yeah, the only challenge we will have is if it's too close to do that, right? It should squeeze. We just need to make sure we can actually tie it in. Switch off the snapping, please. If I do that and I tie that, oh really? It must be just too sharp. Let's trim that out and we'll try it again from this side. So if I do that, there we go, that's fine. Pay for that. So now I've got a bus station in here as well. We can see about giving it a little walking connection through there. Right, all of these things have their various connections. This is the shopping center's connection. I don't think we can tie it in over here, but we would like to certainly tie it in straight across over there. Ooh. Do a little something like that, and then this guy will come down here. We'll tie that in there and we'll pay for that. So now at least you can get to the shops fairly easily. Shops is nice and in the middle. Okay, I need way more vehicles out over here. What are we missing? Oh, that construction is underway, but it's missing a lot of things. Concrete, all of these kind of things. We've got tons of vehicles driving up and down here because we don't have concrete available nearby. They have to come all the way over here, come and get their concrete and make their way back. Here we go. It's awesome, isn't it? I do like it. I honestly like it. I like it, guys. This infrastructure is doing a good job. We can, of course, start getting the choppers to come and do their thing over here. What's going on this side? Oh, all done. My goodness. Choppers are spectacular. So what we could do is we could start assigning a chopper. There's another functionality. Let's have a quick look at that. In the last few minutes of the game, I just want to have a look at this other functionality that we've got. These choppers are just doing nothing. You can apparently... Where is it? If you go here, yeah, you've got this construction office assign tool. So if we do that, assign construction office mode, assign construction mode. What is assign construction mode? Is that the type of construction? Is it like a road? Oh, beautiful. So that's construction offices. Then we've got, let's just get all the helicopters first. So that's helicopters over there, and then we've got helicopters over this direction. Oh, there's one other thing that I forgot about. Guys, okay, hang on. That's not quite what I had in mind. So we'll just do that. And then this guy is really the assignment mode. Is gonna be for buildings. Does that make sense? So come and start work on our biggest buildings over here. I think that would be good. Oh, and this one, of course. Start work on our bigger buildings. Well, does that mean these guys are doing their thing? Oh, certainly they are. Okay, that's an interesting one. So if I then go to here, assign construction, the building is on fire. Okay, now I want to do this one and this one. If I do that, I see. Assign construction mode. It's an interesting tool, and I'm sure I'm not using it properly. What I do want to do is actually, let's go to number 4 and we'll get that one, and that one to number 4. So now, if we want to go number 2, please assign me some construction over here, over there. Look at this. A few buildings like that. We'll take number 3 and we're going to assign you to work on maybe... those guys over there. Loving it. Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay, one other thing that I forgot about. We probably built planes a long time ago, and we were supposed to set up a line between our two airports. How many planes do we have out over here? Just the one. The other one, we're out of electronic components. I thought there might be... What are we missing? Are we out of steel? No, we're not out of steel. You're just out of workers, right? No steel? What? We've got massive amounts of steel. There's electrical components. Why are we not... Really? Something's funny. Oh, vehicles are without fuel? Crap. Just thinking, where... Do we not have a... Oh, crap. Can we get fuel in here? Some distribution offices do have fuel, but this one certainly does not. Okay, so that's a big no-no. Let's I'll come back and fix that. Okay, so here we've got a Tu-154 plane. It is worth a whopping 17 million rubles, but only about $3 million. And what the intent is now is that we are going to go ahead and pop you in over here. You're gonna pick up some people, and we're gonna make you come all the way out over here to Irinsky, where you will be picking up people as well. This will be our very first domestic flight. So there we go, FOC Terminal 1, and this is Zeneman Linear Terminal Twin, but that will be, I'll need to rename that as well. So there we go, you can go ahead, go nuts and pick up whoever you want. So let's start that off. Anybody who wants to fly can fly. We will have domestic air travel for our nation. Let's unpause the game and see how this guy is moving. I need to fix the this bit. Okay, let's close it out with a bit of a view of what's going on with this guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out, and we will close it out with this, guys. I'm enjoying this so much. Look at our plane taxiing. It's obviously getting to the terminal first. Let's quickly see. Joining our fancy terminal over here up at Suspendigrad, and I should probably rename it to Suspendigrad Terminal. Or something like that. There we go, joining in. Probably no one on board. Actually, let's have a quick look. Yeah, certainly has no one on board. What's going on? Do we not have people? What are you waiting for? Runway taxis engaged by other planes? Really? Oh, runway or taxiway. Okay, there we go. That's fine. No problemo. Excellent. Look at this. Look at this. Excellent. I should actually link it up on the other side as well, so we can do a bit of a one-way loop type situation. There we go. Heading off. Oh, gotta love it. So we're gonna take a flight to Irinsky. Awesome. Awesome. I must say, I'm so enjoying this game. I'm so enjoying this nation that we're building. So much progress. It's so fulfilling, actually. There we go, and off we go. Okay. Let's see. Can we see anything from the air? Oh, over the port. Loving it. This is the front construction office. This is the meat production facilities. This is all of our other production facilities, more construction and vehicles. And wow, that is a very quick journey to the airport over the power lines. Oh, what's going on? Oh, that was a bit of a lag. And we are landing at Irinsky International Airport. Actually, this is the Freedom of Chaos Airport. Over here, I just want to see. So we didn't have anybody picked up over here. So let's pop out of that. We didn't have anybody on board. I just want to see, do we have anybody waiting on board here? Ooh, we've got workers hanging out now. That's quite interesting. And passengers. I'm very keen to see if we're going to actually do some domestic travel over here. Let's have a look. Freedom of Chaos Airport. Are we going to load up on people? We are. 13 workers heading on to the other side. At least we're fly in, fly out workers over here. At least we've got someone on board. Absolutely. Can we? I'm gonna follow us back. There we go, and back on the way. Okay, over the port yet again. It's really quick though. We can move large amounts of people in this. Well, not large amounts, but we can move people over long distances if we do it this way. Ooh, this is an interesting approach path. Whoa! Yeah, that's a very interesting approach path. And we're arriving. Oh, look at that. Love it. That plane is waiting for us, isn't it? I'll have to fix that a little bit. Is that plane waiting for us? I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's in fact waiting for us. Let's pause the game. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect on this side as well. Let's get the plane infrastructure. We'll build our taxiway. I think like so, and what we'll do is we'll tie it in over there, and yeah, that's quite expensive actually. I'll go ahead and pay for that. Hopefully that means we have other pathing options. Anyway, this one might not want to path that way this time around. Excellent. I want to see. Oh, it is in fact decided to path into that direction. Okay, fair enough. This guy's popping in over here. So where are these guys going? Are they gonna make their way out over there? Are they gonna just pick up? Did they walk somewhere? I've no idea. Honestly, I've no idea where they've gone, but I'm happy nonetheless. Does this guy pick up anybody from here? No, he didn't pick up anybody from here. Anyway, that's fine. Is he going to make his way out this way? He is. They're all going to use the same runway. I don't know why. Anyway, that's good. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you in the next episode. Leave some comments down below about more stuff we need to do in our new area. I don't think we have any tourists here. Right? Any tourists? Oh, no, that's staff. We've got 2 tourists. We need to find a way of getting tourists here a little bit better. I know there's been some comments around that. Okay, guys, see you next time. Bye-bye.